Well. I thought I was going to die yesterday. I got home from the Minneapolis airport shaking like a leaf. I had some chicken soup. Took the best drug around. I slept about 10.5 hours straight through to 1:30 in the morning. Wasn't COVID. Probably heat stroke from Friday. Get my prostate looked at and urinated a lot overnight, so I'm shuffling around. So he was growing my balls the size of basketballs. But I don't know how I went to work. Today, she was bitching at me today, yelling at me. She's 5'2". I mean, I love her dearly, and I looked at her. I'm like, hey, I don't look when they go out. I said, I have to wait for the incoming for 25 minutes. So, I can't help that. But you can know the schedule. I'm like, so she chewed me a new ass. I'm like, hey, man, have a good week. And then she sent me a text. And, I'm sorry. I'm like, I didn't bother to respond back to her because if you're going to chew me out, I'm not a grown-ass man. She's grown, too. I mean, I've been yelled at by better. Like, you can talk to me in person next week. I didn't respond back. If I was to choose somebody at work, because there's one girl that works there and said, I walked up to her, no, you walked to my truck, and I said, blah, blah, this is how you move it over. She took I was 5 minutes out. She claimed I yelled at her, and I said, we'll pull the tape if you want. I didn't yell at her. She was one lying. They're lying now. Said she had that day off because her uncle was dying in New Jersey, but then she told her she's having time. Her daughter was graduating from college. So I told the supervisor, she lying, they're lying now, and then she had to leave halfway through her shift. She has a sore throat. Said it was a blur for me. I slept like a baby. Me and Boss with the Costco, they cuddled the whole time. And about 11 o'clock, I felt a hand on my head. I looked around. She didn't say anything. I asked her, did you put your hand on my head? Or was it a hand of God? She goes, I put your hand there. I said, well, it's just kind of like, what the hell is this all about? To make sure. I said, well, I'm going to go in the bed. Just like that, my boss, and I worked at International Hair Goods, her hubby looked at his wife and just said what her name was and said, I said, it's Margie. I think her name was Margaret. He goes, Margie. Boom. Jack Goldberg told me about when they were playing softball, the guy got under the tree, was drinking a beer, and boom. Bob Barrow's the guy from across from him, boom, closed his eyes. It's the best way to go. No pain, no gain, right? But I'm here to do an audio on fear-mongering radio, commercial music, free sponsor. I mean, I don't play music. There was when I do it to the auto show, the car show, where there's one I put music to it because it will be blocked. So I'm just going to put some music to it. It's coming out. Whenever when it will come out, you'll have music to it. You'll be seeing me once in a while. I'm showing the car, so I apologize. I knew it was going to happen. But I'm not going to have it blocked because the thing, I'm just going to put music to it. So you'll get that later on in July. So, as we speak in the download, it comes out tonight. Double Deuce, June 2025. Beautiful day to be alive. I can feel Pam. Next time we went to the party barge, I told him go to my cabin. I can use mine. Go up there for the weekend. No one's there. He fell and did something to his knee like the last one. They had to cart him off Lake Minnetonka, bring him to Methodist. Because the other one got taken away because it sucked. Broke his left knee like the right one. Poor choices being made how he's getting on. But that's the way she goes. The cabin's always there for you if no one's there. I have a list online who's and when. But I have a party barge there for you. Bring the nieces and nephews up. Have a good time. Have the time of your life. But anyways, remember, World War I, we always say was supposed to end all wars. But 1939, when they were into birth in 1921, became a Gestapo. The brown shirts. They executed gay people, gypsies, practice on handicapped children. So they get it down to a science, and they started killing people for fun because they wanted to eliminate people. He soon killed himself. We stormed those beaches. We got dragged in, of course. Declared war against Japan, the rising sun. They capitulated on the mighty, mighty Mo, 1949, September 2nd, and that came to a close. World War II. Many, many people lost their lives, Jews for no reason. We just can't live in harmony anymore. I don't care where you put your crank. You don't like two men having consensual sex. Maybe at one time you had the urge to bang another kid when you're maybe 15. You're experimenting in the basement. You come down to your dad. I think that's right in the BlindViews. I think he wanted to get it on with his next woman. Just experiment. Nothing wrong with that. They're 15. That's what they want to do. And Dad came down and became this raging, hateful person. But in this country, our freedoms are brought to you by who now are out behind enemy lines in Iran, in Israel. They flew a nice mission, the bunker busters, and returned safely. It was going to end all wars, start another one. Who are these brave men and women of the armed forces? Forgotten, Ward. Vietnam, Desert Storm, Afghanistan. Now the Iran conflict, we got dragged in. He got bullied by Israel. No matter what happened, they could Australia could be an empty land, and the Jews could move there tomorrow, and they'd still be pissed. But I don't like pork because they're considered pigs. I can't Oak Ridge Country Club. Not all Jews are perfect, but they treated me with respect and paid me well. Okay, there for 30-some years. Enjoyed every minute of it. I was always compensated. Took me on trips to Las Vegas. I miss a lot of those guys have died. It's too bad they don't have any cats as they used to. The young kids coming through. It was fun to be a capitalist and encourage them to caddy and save their money. Take half of what my dad, when I graduated, I had $70,000. He took half what I made when I got home. If I made $100, he took $50. I had 90 days to get out of the house, and he said, well, here's your savings account. I'm sitting there drinking a granny. Comes out with it. Whoa. Bought a car, cash, my 65 Chevy Impala. My mom was pissed. He goes, hey, it's his money, girl. He earned it. But they are the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, the Navy, and the Merchant Coast Guard. They didn't know much. Air Force was involved, and so was the Navy. We appreciate you guys very, very much. All you did to stamp out evil in the Middle East. We hope it can be done swiftly. We'll see what happens. I saw his butt buddy, Cruz, getting yelled at by, what's his name, Donald Duck, I call him. Cruz, the convicted felon, adjudicated rapist. Remember he made fun of his wife? We do appreciate you guys out there to serve us well. I never served. I serve you with my mouth and money and my time and appreciation. I was at the Holiday gas station off of University. And he's my boyfriend, I call him, my wife, and he goes, honey, you look like a ghost. You're shaking. He goes, what are you doing here? So I'm getting fuel and up walked to Marine. I looked at him in the eye and I said, your money's no good here. He goes, it's $10. I said, I don't care. Thank you for your service, and tell the boys in the band I'm on their side no matter what happens. I gave him a customary salute, and he goes, thank you. And I go, no problem. Away he went, paid his bill, thanked him for his service. On he went. Don't let a cop call a crackhead. God bless the working class. That's all there is to it. Like, would you shower? Would you shower in the shower of Penn State? I would not. Paul Dembski, God rest his soul, publicly said, well, no, the same thing with Sven Johnson. He shall not be named. Most said they would shower in the shower. That happened a long time ago. Well, 3 of my friends were murdered in cold blood by drunks. They're still dead. The drunks are out and about. Shredder, Cleveland Clowns, not once but twice speeding. And he wants to be a professional. Karl also murdered someone. You know who you run with? I don't run with poor people. People that cheat their wives. I don't. Never have, never will. Makes no sense to the cowboy. When you're having sex, make sure it's consensual. Of age, I don't care. Condom on, please. Prevent one pregnancies. AIDS will kill you, and herpes and gonorrhea and needle in the penis. Ouch. I always wonder, Magic, do you have AIDS or not? Lying then or lying now? Just curious. That one chick reported her to HR. I guess she yelled at her. You're a woman, I get you're emotional. You gotta control yourself. I've had a lot of good bosses in my life, women, so be it. Good peoples, just get emotional. So please prevent those things. There are children on diapers 2 years old that you can adopt. You don't need to go over to Russia. You don't need to go over to Korea. There's children of color. 2 gay men want to adopt. By all means. By all means. Could care less. I will ask him. But please call someone. Remember someone. Remember, it's not a very Christian thing to be doing when you're choking your chicken to women having strap-ons, but you can pin a man in Wyoming to a fence because he's a gay man. You cannot have it both ways. A lot of good friends are gay, best friends. Knew him for years. I was the best man at one before he died. Went to the hospital, held his hand. He was dead an hour later. Worked with him at the airport. Great guy. I'll never forget. We're sitting in the shuttle. I'm to his right. I said, Mikey. He goes, what, cowboy? I go, how's the big C? He goes, big deep breath. I go, what? It's returned. He goes, I'm going to plan a wedding. I go to the hospital. He goes, it's in the bone. Called me up. His mother said, can you come to Methodist Hospital? They're getting married in 1 hour. I said, yes, I can. Got in there. And you're a religious man. No one here will judge you who you make love to. You love the Lord Jesus Christ. We'll see if he lets you in. As you may proceed. Great guy. Not all gay people are a penthouse. Speaking of that, the Pope of Pedophilia Entertainment Incorporated from Chicago, he will not tolerate any sexual behavior. Will then start turning him over to orange jumpsuits. Because I think you start burning churches to the ground. You see something, you say something. Like before, a friend got married, wouldn't go. Ted wouldn't go to a wedding because they don't have enough money. You open a Bible. There's a guy I work with. His wife was dying, and he opened up his Bible, and we read a few passages. He started crying. I said, Jesus is here. If he read from the Bible what it meant to him, and I said, she will go first, but she'll be waiting for you at Heaven's Gate. You're a good man, Applesauce. And he laughed. Don't worry. I'm gonna be all good in the hood. She'll be in heaven. She had Alzheimer's and didn't know who he was, and he was a great guy. But yeah, I'm feeling a little better. Saturday was a blur. Was at the auto show, back to the 50s, like 50,000 vehicles there. So we had the time of our lives. Well, I did. Saw a lot of cars. I did about 6 or 7 for this channel with the sex object. And then one that's going to come out, it had music to it, so I'm going to put music to it. You'll see me walking, but because it's the way it is, I can't help that. Yeah, it's not a monetized. It's not a non-monetized, but I'd rather have a chance to push it out. I mean, what did I get? 70 to 80, whatever it may be. I'm not going to waste good suffering. I'll just put out music to it, and you'll understand when it comes out. So it was fun. 50,000 vehicles. I went on Sunday, and it got hotter than hell. Well, I just walked around. I think I was dehydrated. Got home. Went and had some ribs, scoreboard. And I was like, no appetite. And I ate the rest this afternoon. Went to bed. Woke up in sweats. Stumbled down the stairs. Went in. Slept a half hour in my car before I punched in. Any chance I had, I slept. Had an hour and a half break, and I slept in the car. Any chance I had. Today, a whole kettle of fish, but I got home. I said, she want to go to the food truck. I said, we'll go to the one up in Oak, because she got some ice cream. Plus it was hot, like 95 degrees today and yesterday. I'm far being a Nancy boy. But I think it was heat stroke. Walking around. Last year I went to one of the car shows. My left knee popped behind it, and I had a brace on that. I went to the car show that day. It was just a poor choice. For a good week and a half, I had that brace on my knee, and I had to get around. But I told her I can work through pain.
It's all about you, man.
I've always said, when you can feel pain, my next dream, like I said, fell off his boat. His left knee now. I feel good. People came home from the war, no legs, paralyzed. My brother-in-law's been blind since birth. I think 6 weeks into it. Did just fine for the prisoners. I worked for him. His buddy made $2,000 a month until I got the job now. Both are blind. They were a bitch. It's the way she goes. You get a lemon, make lemonade, right? Get some carrots, make some carrot juice. Oh, just a beautiful day to be alive. Even though it's hot in hell. I know out in Illinois they're getting spanked all over the place. This heat behavior. The beach. A lot of people at the beach. Not like it used to be. I went swimming there maybe, I don't know, when the lake was really high up. And I was watching kids go up on this skydive. I said, nope. I said, you can't come down. You only get one chance. Kid came down. I said, you up again? You gotta jump off. He walked up and I said, you gotta jump off? It was pretty funny. He jumped off and I said, yay. Well, when you went up there, you only had one hall pass. You walked back down. So I went up there and jumped off. Remind me, it was like about 12 doing it. It was fun as hell. I haven't swam there in a long time. It's a fun lake. It was pretty busy today. It's a nice beach. But anyhow, I'm back in the saddle. Gonna have some lasagna tonight. I'm going to retire early. I told her, I said, I want to get some good sleep. Take some more NyQuil. The best legal drug around. One of the guys who work is a pharmacist guy, computer guy. And I said, you're a drug dealer. And he goes, yeah, I'm in the computer business. It's kind of funny. Nice man. But it was pretty hilarious. My goodness, I don't know. What do you do? What do you do, right? You can only do so much. But anyways, let's talk about BlindViews and his bull-faced lie, which I did a video on in the car. I spoke about his lying, then a lying now behavior, claiming I'm a troll account. I'm going to tell you something, sweetheart, when you finally come to this audio. When I'm done with I did that Thursday, guess where I go? I download it, format it to the CM subtitle. Just if I don't have time, I go. Like tonight, I'll do it right away. I go into my kitchen and I sit at a chair and have dinner with my wife. I don't check the computer for anything until I'm ready to go to bed. So if you think I came into your chat room once just to see all those brown shirts. So if you think I'm going to waste good suffering instead of spending time with my wife to sit there and troll Ace Frehley, wannabe Ace Frehley, wannabe Howard Stern, biker, whatever, because he said something, he's going to go move away from Tim. No, you're not. That's a bunch of BS. No, you're not. You love Timmy. You do. But he wants to go. He likes. So he's gonna find all these women. What they're doing and stuff. I'm surprised he hasn't done anything with Wandry Gypsy because she has a schoolie. Go and get hard on her. I'm glad she's out there. He has a schoolie. So, but she's kind of in the grifting now. People are giving her money because Wonder Hussy showed her how to do it. So that's fine. She's got an Amazon wish list. I guess I'm not getting her squat, but that's what she's doing. She's become subsidized. It's just like with Carpetbagger. There's money coming his way, especially the accident. Money. People just love to give money to people. But what do I say? It never hurts to ask. Just people just know how to like the damn thing and share it. You give them money by watching the commercials. And I think I'm over the 900 subs. Appreciate that. So 99 to go to get there for monetized. Not that it means anything, but now I've had this channel for a while because I was doing both channels. They're turning into an adventure channel. This was just the podcast, and I changed to Explorer for fun. And not to make anything, but it's kind of getting pushed out. Only thing on that is they push out monetized videos, because they make money on it, so they'll push you out more. I mean, I get pushed out. I think people come to me because of BlindViews. They want to, when I talk about them. But so when I got up Sunday morning, still kind of feeling the pain, but I could actually function. I'm sitting in there this morning and I see Santa Claus crash. I'm like, oh my God, he's got it in the name. And I'm like, so I listened, and I had 20 minutes. I listened to that whole thing. So I went and got something to drink, got my peanut butter chili sandwich, had the AC on nice and toasty, sat there and put it right in front of me and watched him just rip him post to pillar and pillar to post. It was epic. I called him later on when I had about 10 minutes to call him to say, hey, you made my day, because what I went through on Saturday, and I'm not trying to cry anybody, it's just I'm going to go to work if I have to. And it was probably heat stroke. And I just said, hey, man, way to die on your head. It sounded like that, way to die on your feet and call him out. I just cannot believe someone like me can be so triggered by BlindViews. That's the way he hears it. I guess I'm more like it's always a win-win when you get insulted. That's fine. I mean, he's just too afraid to call the show. I don't give out numbers, bitch boy. You can call in. I don't save numbers. I want to ask you a few questions about the brown shirts and if you're homophobe. But it was such an epic meltdown. I told people during that Thursday stream, I said he will melt down because someone is going to walk in there and say something to him on the fly. Because I was listening to it, he was blocking people, would say he doesn't eat balls. You can lick my balls. I choke on small bones. I want something. I want a meal, not a snack. I mean, like I said, we'd be $20, $40 if you want to go at it and bring your fantasy that you had when you're 15 and your dad caught you with somebody. We can do that. I just say, hey, you got to get me down to Harrisburg on a plane, and we can meet at some Super 8 and be seedy about it. Don't worry about the red light up there, and we'll put them in a red tube until Cowpote takes on BlindViews. I won't tell anybody. Just put a mask over each other and have at it, I guess. But I guess we're gay lovers, me and Karl. That's just it's because gay people are. It's just like second-class citizens. We're out in Germany. Human garbage. That was what they were good. They were same thing with Muslims. They consider pork unclean. That's what they call Jews. You type in "kill all Jews," it's all pork and this or that. That's why I had a guy I worked with. He was a liaison. He told me you can work with the pork if you wear gloves. But he went hard after him, and I called him. I'll probably call him momentarily. I just thought it was absolutely hilarious that he did that. I was so proud of him, man. It was so good. It was so hilarious. The stuff down below was epic. Just the stuff people down there play nice in the sandbox. Did Karl put you up with that? No, he did it. He's a grown ass man. I did see Miss Vicky car, but not spelled, but that's a cool Cadillac. I saw that. It's a beautiful car. Use that thumbnail. But it's just an embarrassment for this guy. I don't quite get it, man. He's just so he's just too easy to troll. He gets all pissy, moaning and whining, and heads going back and forth. Still have a lot from California. Los Angeles is 62 times, 18 in Vermont. Appreciate it. Florida, Osceola, Miami, Cocaine City, Missouri, St. Louis, Illinois, Chicago, St. Cloud, Minneapolis, and Rosemont, Medina, Idaho, New York, Yorktown Heights, East Metro. I remember when somebody was calling the cops on Fat Boy. The police department wanted to listen to my voice. So they were all over my NFL listening to who I was. I'm like, no. I'm not calling the cops, but he was all convinced it was me. It's like, really? Come listen to me. You know my voice. That was hilarious. Wisconsin is Green Bay, Penis Packer country. South Carolina is North Augusta. I don't have any South Carolina on the NFL podcast. Kind of weird, but also I get a lot out Canada. You guys are pretty good. The Netherlands. South Holland 7 times. Thank you so much. I love seeing all this stuff. And immigrants, Spain, France, Georgia, Ghana, Indonesia, South Korea, Poland, Serbia, Ukraine, Serbia, Belgrade. Thank you so much. Anybody that's coming to the podcast. Like I said, anybody that comes to the show, I can't thank you guys enough because there's so much that you can listen to and give your time to and come to me and listen to me mumbling, I guess. I take as a compliment when people make fun of me. I really do. Hey, I like ripping on BlindViews because he's a hater. He's white trash. He said, yeah, you're white trash. That's not cool. I would not be white trash. I'm sorry. It's a connotation you don't want. Okay? Don't tell me you live amongst all the people. That's great. I highly doubt, like I said, could you imagine if a black lesbian woman came in to treat his wife, or a black gentleman came in and his wife was in, and he's gay as the day is long? I would love to be in him. Sorry, his wife is married to this fool. Sorry, can't do it. You're a gay man, right? You go, yeah, well, you can't because he doesn't like you. Like you, one, you're black, and you're a gay man. It's just the way it is. I mean, I guarantee it. You listen to, Melissa Etheridge is a lesbian. I don't care. She's a gorgeous woman. You look at Rolling Stones before. Queen, great singer. I saw him in concert with my brother in 73. And at the old Met. And it was just epic, man. He was on the stage, just the way he carried himself. And I saw Liberace with my dad in Las Vegas. And he was just the way he'd come out on stage with the jacket. I went to both his museums and I saw the movie Cabaret. It was good. It kind of came back. I'd have loved to know him and say, hey, Lib, let's put all this stuff in a big museum, put some money in an interesting bear account, let's keep this open forever. It's too bad because I think it's all in storage. Regardless if he's a gay man, he's a very good entertainer, and men love to go to Vegas. Why they gamble, the women would be there to see him. So he'd bring people to the Hilton while he did this production, and they loved him. You know, he was a gay man. I didn't care. Damn good singer. Damn good singer. But some people like BlindViews. That's why he hears it. Is very homophobic. But it was a real quick before I call Karl. I don't think he really cares about Iran war because he probably doesn't even know they sent in a lot of people in there, a lot of aircraft. I saw some videos on what they did. And kept saying Trump, Trump, Trump. It's not about him, about the men and women in the armed forces. He made the order. Here's what happened. The U.S. wasn't going to start no wars, and I get it. I get it. It's got to be it's a tough thing, but they got to send ground troops in there. The Israelis do to get in. They got on that bunk, get down there, and destroy it themselves. That's what they need to do. Get there, take it over, go down below, and blow it up. That's what they need to do. They could do that. But we already have people they're behind enemy lines calling in the strikes. So we already have, man, just like in Ukraine, there's guys, it's like observers in the Vietnam War were there, and then all of a sudden, pretty soon, guys came to help them. So I don't know if it'd be all-out war, but I'm not surprised he pulled the trigger on Iran. You don't know what I'm going to do. It's like, yeah, okay. The hunch, never served his country, draft dodger, convicted felon, adjudicated rapist. But, like I said, draft dodger. I don't like presidents saluting someone that has never been in the military. Just because you're a selected president does not mean you can. I just don't like it. You have to have served our country. I don't care if you're making coffee or sweeping the floor. You do 4 years, and then you can run as a House, or you can run for the Senate. Everybody on that, everyone up on the Hill has served our country. None of these, and guess what? 2 times 4 in the House, 2 times 4 in the House. In the Senate, I'll get the hell out. 1 6-year term in the president, now get out. No stop the steal. You're done. But what are you going to do, right? But we'll see what happens. If they can retaliate, if we get any sleeper things and they start, doing some sleeper cells, whatever they call it. I don't know. Got to be diligent out there, you guys. But we'll see what happens. If there's retaliation, it's just too bad. Iran could be a great country. They just like Afghanistan, the mountain range. God, if they would behave themselves, it'd be a ski resort there, man. Same thing like Iraq and Iran. Just have a good time, man, and invite people to go camp up a thing. But no. We got to hate on people and keep killing. They're never going to be happy with Israel. They're all pigs, right? It's like, yeah, okay. But I was talking about podcasting the other day, and I said the only one I know is Talk Shoe, the Mighty Big Shoe. And I said that's the only one I know is live. I said Spreaker got rid of that, and it's stupid. I'm talking to myself. I get it. There's a lot of times I'll get a couple. I used to get a couple lives, but you gotta learn. You're laying it down with the art. It's just like when you do a private video, and you're in your car, you put it up. You're talking to yourself. I do a lot of NFL shows. When they start picking, I get up to like 100, 120. It's a year-round thing. Like I said, I cut my teeth, make my money on Spreaker, on podcasting. I love to talk, but BlindViews is just too easy to call out. He likes to hate. He's a hate spreader. What he is. I wouldn't. If I was some woman, I'd say, listen, don't talk about me. I don't want to be associated with your young ass. This Carolyn loves him, but this lady bug out to be like, don't talk to me. Don't talk about me. He's the last person. This guy, this idiot who sits above the garage and only goes on. Walking through the neighborhood. He's just a hater, man. That's all he is. I get talking about people. What's their name? The sheriff is here. They talk about it and the woo. Oh, Carpetbagger. I saw the video. 22 hours from Hawaii. I think they went to L.A. Something with their flight, so they had to fly to Las Vegas to Dallas, and then back to the Carolinas. 22 hours. Well, it's a cheap flight. And he's walking through the thing. I was in the background, and he didn't. They thought they were in Terminal 1. So he goes, oh, I guess we didn't know. So he saw him going through the Terminal 2, and it's just, it's a cheap flight, because they're going to have you go from place to place to place, 22 hours, because he was too cheap to. Hey, I get he went to Reno, and then he went over to San Diego. I get that. Coming back, guess what? I'm doing Delta, and the Daily Woo, he does Delta. He knows it, man. Boom, boom, I'll go to the lights. Gets him where he's got to go. Don't have to screw around and pay the jump from here to there, Because if I, like Southwest, I got to go through. I filmed once. You got to go through Denver, usually Utah, and then on to Vegas. So, it's just stupid. I guess they're going to change their model or so, I don't know. But it's like, you dummy. I guess better planning, yeah. I guess better planning, beach boy. I thought it was kind of funny. I'm like, oh my goodness. But, we'll see if World War III is going to kick in. We'll see what happens. Remember, peace through strength. All his MAGA people, I guess, is dividing. And you have to go through the Senate to get it voted, but he's not going to do that. He's going to do whatever he wants to do. I said before, he's playing war games, man. He's playing a video game. Man who's never served, sending men and women in harm's way. Who's never served. That pisses me off. I don't care who's in office. You're pulling the trigger on something you've never done. You didn't give your 4 years or more. Then you can look him in the eye and go, like Eisenhower, some of you won't come back. And he sent them. And they stormed those beaches. But we'll see what happens with the hunch, the slouch. I don't hate the guy, just I don't know. Israel should have went in there and grounded, went into that place himself and blew it up. They didn't need us, because now we're in the thick of it. Let's see if Santa Claus is here. Sorry about that, dinger. Hello.
I'm here.
Santa Claus is coming.
To town.
Make sure you don't.
My list.
Make sure you don't crash or anything. Yeah, Christmas. You've got 4 months away. Was it June, July, August, September? Yeah, no. But you got 6 months away. You got to start getting ready for your begging list. You know, start dry begging for things. And Wonder Hussy did a video about her house in Las Vegas. She owns the people she was the renter person there $4,000. So she made sure she said that. You know what I'm saying? Because
the one day dry begging is okay.
Yeah, I'm like, she threw that out. I'm like, oh, okay. But she still got her phone back. Well, I think it's just stupid. They can't give it to her.
I don't think so. I'm get it back.
So, your video was spot on. And it made me feel better after being sick for about, I don't know, 36 hours. I slept for like 10.
Yeah, the only thing I forgot was he made the comment, if I was 3 feet from you, you wouldn't say the same stuff.
Yeah, I would.
And I'm like, yes, I would. And if you feel the need to hit me, you can go to jail for it. I don't care.
I'd say it to him. If I saw him, let's say I happened to be in that area, or if he happened to be someplace, oh, hey, it's a white trash of Pennsylvania. I'd point right at him, walk right over to him. Hey, man, what's going on? I don't care. If he takes a swing at me, I'll knock him to the ground. But I'm not into fighting, but I wouldn't be afraid to call him brown shirts. Hey, it's a brown shirt. It's a Pennsylvania. What's going on, big shooter?
Yeah, because we've talked privately and publicly, and I don't say anything about anybody. I wouldn't say. I mean, what I say now is that something I wouldn't say when they're right there.
Right. Well, I just love how we're because somebody's in there. Like I said, I'll $300, man. I'll give it to you if you can prove the IPs. It's me or Karl. It's a bet I'm going to win. Yeah. So I mean, I'm betting on you and then me at $300. I'll give it to an envelope and you'll get it. You prove the IP, and guess what? It's a bet I'm going to win. Like my dad always said, when you're in a meeting, never ask a question you know the answer to, because you're not going to like the answer if they lie to you. You know what I'm saying?
And it obviously didn't happen in the live chat, or the people in the live chat would have said, "Yeah, we've seen that."
Yeah, you could tell someone's. I told you guys last Thursday when we were doing the audio. I said someone's gonna say something in the live stream, and then that triggered him, and you could just tell he was pissed because he won't do it on a regular video. Because, like I said, a low hanging fruit like me, really nobody can trigger him so much. But he wants to accuse me of something I've never done. You know, just
call the show gives it. Yeah, I know.
I'm not going to use your phone number. Call the show. I'd love to have him on, man. But, you know, I'm just me and him. I'm not going to have you guys on. It'll be me and him talking. He's just so gutless. He's got no balls. I know someone said that to me, and he blocked the person. You're gone. He can't handle it. He can spread hate about Timmy, and now he claims, I know my channel's going to take a hit, but I'm not going to talk about Timmy. Yeah, that's going to last a week. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lady bug out he wants to talk about. That's boring. People want to hear your hatred. You know, you can talk about Tater. All he does is working on his thing. So that's boring too as well. Tater's just working on his boat. I mean, his stuff. He's not going anywhere. Yep. You know, so it's like he'll talk about Timmy in about a week because he can't help himself. He'll watch you. He'll watch morning. You know, so he does that all the time. I'm not going to watch Bull. I saw something from, you know, Life of Vibe, you know, Monty Python, you know, morning. So,
hey, something's going on with that too. Someone made a comment. I went and looked. She did a live on Friday.
Yeah.
And I wanted to listen to it again because I fell asleep listening to it, and it's not there.
She took it down.
I think so.
She dirty deleted it?
It's not there. Or Friday Live.
Wow.
I can't find it.
She must have did something she didn't like. It's a dirty delete.
Well, she was having doxing going on in it.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me. People love doing that. They doxing her?
No, she was talking about addresses Tim lived at and this and that. Doxing of people in the past. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but
people just don't get it, man. They love doing that stuff. But I love to have her on. But she said she was a grown-ass woman, right?
That was Miss Vicky.
Did you see the thumbnail of that Miss Vicky of the Minnesota license plate? It's called,
yeah.
It's called. It doesn't spell like her, but Miss Vicky was pretty fun. My next door neighbor, I got home this morning. I didn't see it when I left. A tree came down, just missed my house. Just missed it. Because the other branch that comes down, we're getting a new garage out of his young ass. I told him before, take these things down. You get my garage, you're paying me a new garage.
Yep.
Told him that. The other one came down and kind of went to its left. But I said, this one comes down, I'm just telling you, you're paying for my garage. So it kind of leans over on us. My other neighbor has one been leaning over the house for as long as we've been here. He's an Asian gentleman. I've told him you need to take that down. Why? Because it's going to come down the house. It's leaning already, you know. You're going to get some really wind come through one of these days and a lot of rain. It's coming on your house. You're screwed. I just cut the damn thing down. You know, it's a widowmaker. It costs you more. It did cost you less to cut the damn thing down instead of bringing in someone to cut it down and then fix your damn house.
Yeah, and then Michael Biden hasn't done anything since Friday.
What? She hasn't done anything? Mighty Python?
And then I guess Atomic Sage, they said something about him, but I didn't look at his stuff.
Okay.
I didn't know if he took anything down.
He did something. I think he did. It was pretty funny. He did something.
He doesn't seem to use video. He'll use Tim's photo, still shot.
Right.
And talk about him. I mean, that's like classic fair use. I mean, I don't see anything like that.
See, when you just bitch about him, you don't have any stuff. You talk about him. You sit there in your house, in your car, and you bitch about him. Here's my opinion on the idiot. What's he doing these days? What's your uncle doing? Sarasota Tim, what's he doing?
Yeah, I don't have any skin in the game. In my mindset, I try to pretend like he's my little brother or something, and I'm just giving him shit about his life.
Right. So what's Sarasota Timmy doing these days? What's on his agenda?
He did 40 push-ups today, supposedly.
He what?
Supposedly did 40 push-ups today. He's all into push-ups now.
Well, I'm happy for his young ass.
And then he made bacon. All he ate was bacon for his meal this morning.
I love bacon.
Who doesn't? I wouldn't trust a person that didn't like bacon.
I love it good and thick. Perkins always had real thin bacon. I like it. We'll be at some store and they'll be grilling out bacon. I'm like,
Yeah, that original pancake house, a side of bacon's $8. It's only 3 pieces, but it's worth it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
It's good.
Well, pork is...
And they'll make it extra crispy if you like it that way.
So, I'm going to ask you, did you read about the war going on in Iran? Did you read about it? They sent people in?
I didn't know they sent people in. I watched the thing about the bunker busters.
Yeah, that's it. They went in the other night.
I thought you meant boots on the ground.
They had a shitload of planes, refuelers. They did like a diversion of the B-52s or whatever it was. Some went this way, then the other one that way. So they did a diversion. Who was going where?
Because if you're Iran, you got to know that the B-2s are coming in.
Yeah, but they've
you just don't know where they are.
Right. Well, they destroyed a lot of their stuff, so they didn't have any help at all. All their stuff has been destroyed. So I don't know if any shots got made, but they had free reign. Just like when shock and all when they went to Iraq and they just started kicking some ass. You know what I'm saying?
It's just a classic no nuclear weapons for you.
Right.
What you gonna do about it?
Correct. Personally, I think the Israelis could have stormed into Iran themselves and went to those places right there and went in themselves and destroyed it. So that's what they could have done instead of bringing us into it. But we'll see what happens. Who starts, who I don't know. The hunch Donald J was supposed to not have another war. He strength for peace. And was he going to start any more wars? He was going to end Ukraine the moment he got in there. He was going to call Putin, but guess what?
I've watched history stuff about Ukraine. That's a big crazy ass place, just like Vietnam was.
Yeah, that's all it is. And well, he wants his land back. We could have went to North Vietnam and went there and bombed the crap out of them and done it in 2 years, but they didn't. And then
thousands of years, 5 lifetimes of the United States.
Right.
The Ukraine's just been going back and forth.
Right. Well, in Vietnam, they were set the SAMs, and Nixon was too afraid to bomb them because the Russians were helping. I don't care. So they didn't take out the SAMs until they finally found them all. But if he would have took out the SAMs, we would have lost less planes. He wouldn't take out the SAMs. I'm like, really?
Vietnam, they were like tying 1 or 2 hands behind the military's
hell yeah.
back.
I listened a lot.
The military could have totally obliterated that place.
Yep. There's a guy, he did 2 tours. He was there for a little over 2 years. He got wounded and he got to go home. And he goes, we did one big circle. That's all we did. We come back around the hill again. And he goes, that's what we did. He goes, we just would go back over all the stuff again. We clear a space, kill a bunch of people. And he goes, that's all we did. We take over a hill, leave, they'd come back to the hill again, And you listen to the story of that behavior. It's like forgotten war, Korean War. They could have went to the north and took care of it. They didn't do it.
So if they talk about Vietnam as a lost war, it's not because of the military.
Right. It was the president and Kissinger. It was too ballless to get it done. That pisses me out. Look at World War II. Where'd they go? Berlin. Where'd the Russians go? They went to Berlin. Hitler took his own life. And then we went and
then we went to Tokyo.
And we bombed not once but twice, and they apologized to the mighty Mo. So, yep.
There would have been a lot of lives lost taken.
Oh God, yeah, they were ready for us. They were ready for us, man. They were ready to kick some ass. They were ready to sacrifice themselves for the. But when they hit the second bomb, then they realized, well, we had enough. Yeah, I wish you all just get along and you just behave themselves. Well, we created the nuclear the warhead, nuclear. So guess what? What's going to come back to haunt us? You know what I'm saying? The nuclear,
Look at all the sacrifices they made just to hold those stupid little rocks in the Pacific that had nothing.
The Marine Corps, absolutely, just cutting them because they went to the islands like Midway, whatever the one island they're on. They wanted to make it a landing strip, and they waited till they got on the island, and then they just started bombing them. They waited to when they're just sitting ducks. How's the weather out there in Illinois? Here it's like 95 degrees. It's humidity up the yin yang.
95 big white puffy clouds, but they're kind of few and far between.
Really?
Yep, it's hot.
It's like 97 was yesterday. Today is intolerable.
Yeah, I never really think about Minnesota as being in the 90s.
Oh yeah, it was 92. I think 93 today. It's hot, humidity, but it's hot. I mean, then the wind blows, it makes it worse.
Our lady up there, she made a video with her mom for about an hour.
Oh, it got to 100? Oh, it feels like 100. Okay. Go away, little girl, before I beg you to stay. Go away. Go, mama. Go play with your sister. Go play with your sister. She's warming up to Lucy Lou. She's starting to play with her. She jumps on top of her and stuff. So
yeah,
because that one video I made with Chloe and Coco, that's got like 300 views with music to it. It's like more than that. I got monetized right away. I'm heading for 1,000 now at 901. I'm heading for that because I did some car videos, with the sex object. So one of them is getting partially blocked. I talk a little bit, but I just put music to it. And then put it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to bother with. You'll see me talking, but I deleted one I did at the state fair this year, and it got blocked. I might forget it. I'll just delete it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the music, and it's not a strike on your channel. It's just they block it for whatever country, so it's not worth it. So I'm like, forget it. I'll put music to the car one. What the hell? So it's the way she goes. YouTube's kind of slow tonight. I was taking forever to upload. It depends. Sunday must be a slow day to upload. So
I don't know. There doesn't seem to be anybody putting anything out.
Right. So what is Sarasota Tim? What's he doing these days?
He's doing nothing. He lost his woman to Hilton Top.
He what?
From what I know, he lost his woman to Hilton Top.
What?
Yeah, because I think it's Dinger. Someone's got a friend that lives in the same complex, so they know where her car is, and they know Hilton Tom's car, and Hilton Tom's car has been spending the night at T-Bucket's house.
You guys are crazy, man.
It's I just run with a group of friends that does that, I guess. It makes me just as bad, but I don't care. I think it's fun.
No, I know. Good old Timmy.
But Timmy's pretty upset about it, you can tell.
How many videos is he putting out a day?
Yesterday he did 147 minutes, like 9 or 10.
That's insane.
I couldn't even watch them all. I got to like 9:30, and I'm like, screw it.
He must be desperate for money doing that behavior. You know, I put videos I want to talk about something. You know, that's all there is to it. I just could not imagine one video every 2 hours. You're walking around Hopkins, you're walking around wherever, Virginia Beach, which I love. That's where she lives. Whatever. I'm just walking around, me in my car. You know, just like. When I know that,
because a year of that shit, you can just weld 2 F-150s together and have the same amount of money.
Exactly. Well, just like with BlindViews, you know why I think he was jealous of Camo Dave. Camo Dave would leave his house. He was tough for me to swallow with that high pitched voice, moving the camera back and forth. You know what I'm saying? It was high pitched, and he drove me insane. You know, but he was jealous that Camo Dave would go outside, drive around his car, you know.
Someone in my comments told me that before Camo Dave, BlindViews would just be talking shit about anybody.
Yeah.
And then Camo Dave came along, and Camo Dave reported on the Nomads and was doing well. And so BlindViews copied his format. And that's when BlindViews started talking about the Nomads.
Right. He said something one time, BlindViews said something, I totally agree with him on this. I've seen a few come through, and it's always this kind of like carpetbagger that look like, you know, they have like a thing, it's all, we're being kicked out or something, you know. I mean, what's her name now? What's her name? What are you doing?
Just putting something in a bag, sorry.
Okay. But what's her name? She has a schoolie now, Wandering Gypsy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I'm happy for her. So she's running around a schoolie. I'm glad that she's doing that.
Yeah, if you got to wander around, I guess.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to have a schoolie. I think that's cool that she does that. She's running around with a schoolie, so good for her.
Well, you and I both agree a small schoolie would be the bomb.
Well, even the shuttle, even an airport shuttle is fine. Put the bed in the back. Who cares? It's not square. You know, those are fine too as well.
If you got the tandem in the back, then you don't have to worry about weight.
Correct. Yeah, because usually they do.
You can carry whatever you want.
Yeah, they're usually bigger, and if you really could find a 4-wheel drive, take the body off and put it on there. You know what I'm saying? So if you found a 4-wheel drive vehicle, you put it on there. That'd be sweet. Call it the working man's RV. So if you, let's say me and you had you buy 20 of them, and we go to Ford and say, hey, we want frames, you know, for these things. We don't want diesel, we want gas, you know, and we put them on there. Boom. You know, so you can 4-wheel drive, run around. So, but that's good. I thought she got a new vehicle, so I'm glad that sleep in the back of your Jeep, that's just uncomfortable. I don't understand that, because she was doing that. To me, that's uncomfortable.
Wasn't she like 5'2" or something?
Well, that's Wonder Hussy. And I think she may be 5'3". I've seen them stand together. She kind of is a little taller than a Huss. But I don't care. It's just not comfortable sleeping in the back. I mean, I can sleep in my truck.
I think if you're a certain height, you can sleep sideways.
No, I understand. I've slept in the back seat of the car for one time I had to. I get it. I can lean my chair back and I can sleep just like that. But if I'm driving around, I'm going to have what she has, a schoolie, or I'm going to get myself. Because over in Richfield, I see about 5 or 6 shuttles from different hotels sitting there for like a year. So I don't know if they're out of commission, whatever. And I'd love to, you know, guess what? I got a place I'm going to put it, bring it there, and I'm going to fix them up, new engine, new transmissions, and make them into a cool RV. So that'd be cool.
There was a cool semi I wanted to take a picture of out in the country, but the farmer was right there, so I didn't want to
I've seen people. I saw one guy make an RV out of a semi. That's nuts. I've seen a couple of those. That's crazy. And I've seen people do like city buses. That's nuts. Because a couple of them I've done here in town. They have a party bus and they drive around in it. So I get it, man. Just like with Tater, you know, I mean, he's boring to watch because he does the same stuff. You know, it's just
and then he sells stuff.
It's just go watch the Gyps. I mean, go see what she's doing and report on her. Say, hey, she's out doing something. Give her some love. But somebody's going to probably like, I don't want you to talk to me. Don't talk about my channel. You know, I don't want this hater. But he'll be back on Tim by the end of the week. Don't worry about that. He'll do a video. Don't worry about BlindViews. He'll do it.
I looked at my metrics. Nobody gives a shit when I talk about BlindViews. So, you know, if people think I'm growing a channel, if I talk about BlindViews, I
like to rib on him because he's easy.
Yep.
I just think that some people are seeing that he's just this white trash and he's an idiot, and you know, it's just what it is, man.
Yeah, and the majority of people don't care about him and tell me they don't care about him. They stopped watching him long ago.
But, yeah, he's just a prejudiced little pig. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. Someone told me because it said brown shirts, they weren't going to watch me anymore.
Oh, Jesus. Are you serious?
I'm like, I worked for UPS for a long time. I wore a brown shirt every day.
Are you serious? Brown shirts? Well, it's true, man. He pushes that narrative. He pushes that narrative.
That's what No King's Day was all about.
Yeah.
It's not just a few people that feel it.
Right. Yeah, he's sitting in there, you know, BlindViews. No, he's so chicken to call the show, you know?
Yeah, and I started thinking about it. I mean, he has more similarities with Tim than he does differences.
Right. He's just jealous he can't go outside by himself. My favorite thing he said one time, the beer thing made me laugh. There's a guy talking about how craft beers are closing because there's too many of them. And it's like, you can have a craft beer. Me and you could have a craft beer. We don't sell any cans or bottles. We sell them in growlers, but we have really good food. You know what I'm saying? You want to take it with a growler, fine. I'm not selling any cans or any cans. You know what I'm saying? But you can listen.
You have a Granite City where you are?
Yes.
They do the same thing. They got great food, and you come there and you walk off with a growler.
That's the way I would do it, because then you don't have to sit there and make cans. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
And there used to be a restaurant. It closed after the 2000 crash, and they were there for 2 years, had great food. I can't remember what the hell it was called, but it sat for 2 years. They were way ahead of their time. And
everyone in my town that's still open and thriving has great food.
Yep. You just can't serve beer and peanuts. You have to have TVs and good food. That's why, or I don't want you to bring your food truck. I want to sit down, you enjoy the food. You have different parts. You have the TVs, and you enjoy it. I don't know what it's called now. It's named after.
Do some axe throwing.
And what is his name? Watson. Sir, what's his name? Watson. What's his name? The Watson guy. What was his name? The Watson guy, the overseas guy. It's elementary. Watson.
Oh, my dear Watson. I don't know.
Whatever his
first name.
Whatever his name was. Watson was something. Sherlock Holmes. It was called Sherlock Holmes. And that was.
Yeah.
And they had like an
Ireland. Was Watson.
And it popped my mind. But they had a really good restaurant. And this is back in 1999, 98, and they were way ahead of that game. But you came in there, it was a beautiful restaurant, and they had like 6 tap beers, and they only sold local beer. But it was about the ambiance. And you could get on the way out the door, but they didn't sell any bottles or cans. It was about the ambiance. You had the beer. He had 6 or 7 beers. And I listened to a video this morning. The guy goes, it's oversaturated. Just like podcasting. There's 6.5 million things out there to listen to now.
Yeah.
There's so much you can consume on iHeart, where I'm on all these channels. So I tell people, you want a podcast. I've laid it up for people. Okay, you need to get a mixer. You need a boom mic. What do you mean boom mic? I said, you get a mixer. I said, they're like $100. The boom mic is about $150. And then I said, you want to get a cord to make a phone call? Kind of looked at me, and I said, then you want to pay it's $220 for 1 year on Spreaker. You're not live anymore, but I said, it will take you a while to become Mr. Popularity on any of these things because you're going to be new. And people give up on podcasting. They give up because let's say me and you are doing this podcast, we're getting to 500, right? We're getting a shitload of I can do a Karl and Cowpote. Yeah, go ahead. I wish you all the luck in the world. You'll look at your numbers. Maybe you'll be on Spreaker. No one knows who the hell you are. But Shaquille O'Neal can do a podcast, and guess what happens? You know,
Right.
you know. I mean, it's just I tell people you can do a podcast. You know, you just gotta get you know you don't buy a front wheel drive vehicle in Illinois or Minnesota where there's snow. Don't do it. My favorite when I'm going to work in the morning at the airport and people are stuck coming out of the hood. You know, look at them like they're trying to push themselves out. I'm like, you make a run when you look both ways and you take a run through that snow. It's 2:00 in the morning. No one's going to pull you for going through a red. Just do it. And all these cute little front wheel drive vehicles are all cute until all of a sudden you call your wife. I'm stuck up on the corner. You know, they're all cute when you buy them. I mean, the PT Cruiser I have, it doesn't see any snow. You know, it goes in storage. So it's the way she goes. But yeah, I don't know. It was great drama. His head going back and forth.
Yeah, it was even better than the last time.
Yeah,
I mean, he's like, I'm going to put this to bed for once and for all.
No, you're not. He'll be back.
No way. It's going to get worse, dude.
Because he'll listen to what I have to say. He'll listen to you. I guarantee he'll listen to your video. Guarantee it.
Well, yeah, because I'm not gonna sit there and let him lie and not push back.
Yeah.
But as long as he doesn't lie, if he just called me stupid or he'd never hire me as an attorney or blah blah, I don't care about any of that. That's all bullshit. But to say I'm out there disparaging his family or giving out private information, that's just crazy.
Yeah, he thinks I'm in the chat room going in and out of accounts, troll accounts I call them. No, sorry, I'm at the dinner table or I'm sitting on the deck or I'm taking the girls out, and after I get done here, I'll download this one, I'll put it up, and I'll release it tonight, and I shut the computer. I put one more video for this channel, and that's it. And it's like I'm done. It's like, and then I'll put my other ones up for the other channel later on. So, but it's
I only got the one channel. What's the point? If I listen, I'm there.
Right.
If I'm there, I'm there. If I'm not there, I'm not there.
But he wants to blame us. That's what he wants. He got to find a blame game, and the people will believe him. The brown shirts, because the king says it's the way it is. They'll listen to him.
Yeah.
So that's.
And I used to go there, and I'd say hello, and everybody would just ignore me. So why should I go?
Yeah.
You know, it's just like I walk in and Norm or whatever, and nobody says anything, I'm leaving.
Yeah, you're not allowed to be in there. So he blocked me when I was saying some stuff on the videos. I'd say, you know, whatever, and he blocked me. I didn't say anything bad. I just said, you know, hey, how the brown shirt's doing, you know. So
yeah,
that's what
he kicked me off when I was talking about how if you have membership, you don't get anything.
Yeah, he's still getting that members only. And he's
I know.
Not giving anything.
He can't defend it. He doesn't do anything for members.
Yep.
You don't get a sticker. You don't get a little postcard where he drew on it. You don't get anything.
Yeah, it's a pig and a poke. And then you have Miss Vicky warning, giving him money, you know.
Yeah, that's funny. They just give the money back and forth.
Yeah.
And Google takes a cut every time.
Yeah, it's just dumb. You're giving it to, if you want to give him money, ask for his address, put $20 in, and it will cost. What does it cost a mail envelope now these days? 60 cents? I don't know. Something like that.
I'll go on Indeed and look for a job for him.
Yeah.
For a visually impaired person, I'd probably be able to find one in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of government programs where the government will pay 2/3 of his wages.
And he's supposed to be Republican, a conservative. They work for a living. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and a blind man climbed Mount Everest. He can go outside. He can go places without his wife. There's public transportation for people with disabilities.
Correct.
So he could, and he doesn't even have to use the regular bus. There's little buses.
Yeah, my favorite when that Casey Gritz pointed out that he had his cane with him when he was in the mall. Remember that? He had the cane. He was walking on his cane. And then he did a video a while ago and said he can't see, but then so put a video up. Look, BlindViews has been cured. He's walking down the road, with a camera. It's classic. It's like, I don't know, I saw some channel. And somebody comes in my channel as BlindViews, like a troll account. It's like, okay, it's pretty hilarious. Yeah.
I agree with you. It's an insult to blind people. There's tons of blind people who would love to see as well as he does.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's living off the government, sits on YouTube. It's all he's literally 20 on, 4 off. I mean, if you think about it, so he probably gets up, defecates, masturbates, and goes to the bathroom. Okay, she makes him breakfast. He watches whoever. Maybe see what I've done. If I his name in, then he'll listen, because he can now listen to my audio. He realizes I'm just talking, so he can probably put it in the background while he's doing stuff. Like you're supposed to do, and then he'll probably go watch Bug Out or something, and he'll watch Tater, or he'll still go back and listen to Tater. He'll go back and listen to anybody else. And it's what he does. He doesn't know anything else. So he's all he knows. So don't tell me that you're going to do that. Don't tell me you're going to not talk about Sarasota Tim, because maybe you don't watch. It's like, give me a break. Did you see that cook, that blonde with spiky hair? She passed away at 55.
Who was that?
She's a cook, and she passed away. And I told my wife, I said, she's 55. She died in a room. I said, either she had a drug overdose or she mixed like Paul Dembski. She probably took something for her, whatever she has, and mixed a little wine in there.
Yeah.
She had blonde spiky hair, and she did all kinds of, and she died.
I think I know who she's on the cooking channel.
Yes, she died the other day.
She was on that show that had the
Worst Cooks.
The Worst Cooks. That was always a good show.
Yeah, she was a good shit. But she recently got married to a stepson, so I hope it's a mix. I hope she made a poor choice, but I just hope it isn't something she was doing something that was stupid. You know what I'm saying? But just I hope it was a mistake in mixing, She was doing stuff, and just like Tom Petty, he was taking painkillers and he mixed something. Just like Prince, he was mixing too much stuff and he died.
Yeah, and now they got fentanyl out there.
Oh God, and you don't when you're buying like crack or something. I mean, if I'm selling that, it's gonna be perfect crack, and I'm not gonna lace it. Here's even marijuana on the street. You don't know what they're putting in there.
Yeah, well, I mean, it may get put in there way up at the top.
Correct.
So even if you are a conscientious person, it may have got put in there before you got it.
Right. I say I'm growing marijuana in my house, and you call me up and go, I'll bring some by, and I got a bag, whatever. I'm growing it in my house, and I bring it to you. Because you know who you're buying it from.
You got it from the get-go, yeah.
I'm not some guy in the old days, and me and you were younger, you could buy marijuana for $1, and then you get a half a bag. You had a nickel, remember the nickel, a dime, and then a 20, and then a bag. Remember that? It was good. It was good cents a million, like 5%. And there was a lady on KQ about 7 years ago, and she said that now it's getting to be a point of like 20%. And people can't handle that. People were jumping off buildings in Colorado because all of a sudden, you decide to sample some marijuana, and all of a sudden, whoa. And I talked to a truck driver, and he goes, I had to stay in the hotel for a whole day. I was so effed up. He goes, I'd been high in years, and it was like 15%. That's a big kick. That's a big kick.
That's where it's better if the government's doing it, then it's
exactly.
It's controlled.
My nephew was growing it in his basement. Okay, he's growing his basement. We were there for the holiday season, and he was growing it downstairs. So he goes, "You want some?" I said, "No," but I said, he was growing his. I like the old Sensimillion. That's what if I was gonna grow marijuana, I'd grow Sensimillion, the brown sense, and keep it at 10%. Because well, now you can literally just pop that stuff in your mouth, just like when Coke became pure. And heroin, you could just pop it down, You could. I mean, when crack became, you could smoke it. It became same thing. Heroin, you could just smoke it.
Yeah,
it's easy now. I mean, if I guess I get some good heroin, I can just, And same thing with crack. That's what I mean. Cocaine, I can smoke it when it becomes pure. What's that one drug? Ecstasy, it's called, and like 25 cents to make it. And people trying to sell for 10. Sammy the Bull got arrested coming into. Arizona airport with a whole shitload, $30 million worth of ecstasy. So they're always making something. Just like meth. I mean, they put battery acid in there. Could you imagine putting battery acid in your body and your teeth melt and it's like, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Well, you going to head out or you want me to call Mark? What do you want to do?
I didn't give Mark a call.
Okay.
See what he's doing. I'm about ready to load up in about 15 minutes. I got a flex.
What time is it? Okay, not done yet.
See what's going on the moon.
Here we go. Hold call. All right. View contacts. Mm-hmm. Let me see here now. History. I want. There we go. It's called Marky Mark. Marky, where are you? What the hell? What's all this stuff on? Come on now. I don't understand this behavior. Hang on a second. Mm-hmm. Add a call. Let me go. Recent. There we go. Did it wrong. I forget about how to do it. Sometimes I'm an idiot. Okay. Let's go to the man on the moon.
Hello?
Hey, man on the moon. What's going on?
Oh, not much today. It's actually a little cooler today.
Okay.
Feels like spring out here.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's about, I don't know, it's in the 90s, but it feels good.
Hang on a second. Gonna merge in here. All right, your conference in. You guys talk. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, okay? Hang on. Go ahead and talk.
Hey, Mark.
Oh, hey, how are you doing?
How's it there on the moon?
Oh, it's doing great. Like I say, it's only in the 90s right now. It's, let's say, 98 degrees. So, it's actually pretty cool.
We're both at 95. Minnesota, of course, we got more humidity.
Oh, yeah, we're nice and high and dry here.
Yeah.
Been on the porch here just watching the dogs chase the vultures out here in the sky.
And the lizards, yeah.
They like the birds ride the thermals out here, so they just drift around and they come over and the dogs go crazy.
Oh.
And everything. But you're not working today?
Yep, I'm ready to load up here. About 15 minutes.
Where, at Amazon?
Yep, got me a late night one.
Oh, so you're doing the what's it called, flex?
Yep.
So you're not on the payroll there then, right?
No. 90 days I could be, but I don't know. I'm going to try and drive agriculture if I can.
What? So, Mark, what'd you think about your the brown shirt and his meltdown the other day?
You talking about BlindViews?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know which one. Yeah, I was surprised. 24 minutes in, he just kind of somebody in the comments said something. I don't know who that is. Who knows who it is? Maybe it's Cowpote. I don't know. Maybe it isn't. I'm just messing with you, but
no, I know he had.
I mean, it's typical. It's typical. Like I said, I think what he does is when he starts going on a little rant, and it wasn't that bad this time, but
Well, I thought it was a little worse because he just.
he messed up. He messed up by saying that somebody's going after his wife and his daughter, and he knows he messed up because Casey Grits called him out on it, and he wouldn't even respond to it. So he knew he messed up.
Of course, he won't do it. I offered $300 to him.
Yeah, I know. Even Karl did, and I thought, well, maybe I should do something to get that $300. I don't know.
Yeah, because I still have it in the drawer. I still have it in the drawer here from Vegas, and I still have it. It's been sitting here for like a year and a half, and it's like I just thought it was because I told you guys Thursday night when I said someone will trigger him tonight, and that took 24 minutes. He started. When someone says something, because all he does is read the chat room. Okay.
He was gonna. He said he was gonna actually address the situation. You know, because Karl's been kicking on him here lately, and
he can't handle that.
You know. So.
Well, you've done the same thing too, and he's just It's fun to have pushback, and if I had him on, no, you're not. You two are not going to be on the show. Okay, it'd be me and him. We can have a conversation. We'll talk. But he's just so chicken, and I'm not going to give out your phone number.
Well, he's got to be in control. That's it. He's got to be in control.
Yeah, he thinks
he cannot be. He does not, because that's the way he is. He's at his house, and all he does is he goes and goes out with his wife to do this or that. And he lives in his own little bubble right there in his community at his house. And that's his main domain, and so that's what it is. So I don't know. He's been pretty silent today, and I was surprised. I thought, well, maybe he finally got out of the house again and he's starting to film a whole bunch of stuff. But,
well, remember he says you take his channel a different direction? No more Sarasota Tim? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, that won't happen at all. He'll go back because... Sarasota Tim.
Ladybug,
there's a lot of good stuff.
Ladybug out, whoever does videos, and no one cares about fun stuff. They want to hear you hate on people. That's what they come for. They don't want to hear you talk about Ladybug out. Maybe you start talking Wandering Gypsy. They don't want to hear that. That's fine, thank you, but they don't want to hear about this nicey nice. They come for you being a hater, and that sells.
Right.
He just,
right.
He's not going to change his channel.
I don't know. Right. So you're going to take the wife. You're going to take the wife out with you on your flex.
Sometimes I do, but not tonight because she's got to get up real early to help unload the truck.
Oh,
So
nice.
she's going to bed early. We're having a different...
See, you guys are really doing the manual labor right now when you guys could be on Easy Street. You guys could be on Easy Street right now. You guys could have your own in-home lawyer service where you just go and do like wills and stuff like that for elderly people that are in homes and stuff.
Right.
And you could work that out of your apartment there, and you could do that.
Some people do that. It's a lot of people that don't do wills. They don't have wills till it's too late. Look at Prince.
You go just like in Breaking Bad. Saul. I don't know if you ever watched Breaking Bad before, but Saul Goodman on there, and he had his own show. The guy did, and you could get on that, and you could even, hey, if you have to, I'm sure there's some mob bosses up there in Illinois, maybe even, on the side do a little bit of that too.
Yeah, if I knew what I knew now, I would have stayed practicing, but,
Right.
Well, I'm just saying you could do something easier than you could just do an in-home thing, or let's say you could go out to the retirement homes there and do all that kind of stuff.
I know what you're saying.
Get Karl out in the public eye. Santa Claus.
Well, yeah, he could be the next. Who's that lawyer in Minnesota with the gun always there on his desk? When he does his YouTube videos.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. He's really good. I like him, too. He's good. Good defense lawyers, right? Yeah, he's really into that. The heavy stuff there.
It's too bad about his son.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah, that destroyed him. Yeah, that's not good, when you lose your kid. Yeah.
So, what do you think, Mark, about the Iran strike? What's your thoughts on that?
I think it was a big joke. I don't think they should have done it.
They should have. The Israel should have. They should have went in ground war, went in there and destroyed them. Yes, they should.
I just tell you this: is that Netanyahu has tried to get every president to agree with him and get the Americans to go in there and do his dirty work. And to me personally, I think Netanyahu is just like a Trump. He's a narcissist. He's always been a warmonger all his career. So that's what I think. And I'm sure Iran had already moved any of their nuclear material to a safer place before, because they knew the possibility they were going to bomb. So it's probably, it could be in Russia, it could be anywhere, So I think it was a waste of time, and I think he did it on the spurt because somebody pissed him off. He thought it was going to go over good, and now every American has a target on their back. Every American does.
Remember what he said, Marky Mark. Remember what he said when he got into office. He was going to end the war in Ukraine with one phone call, and there's not going to be more wars.
Yeah, I really believe that. Well, I would assume his loyal followers from the South do. They really do. But like Sarasota Tim this morning, I knew he was going to come out on his first one this morning. He was going to come out guns a-blazing on that and doing this and that, which he's just full of crap. Anyways, he don't believe it. Sarasota Tim don't believe it.
He just did those 2 videos, and he's been dark until now. I haven't seen anything.
He's got a few out today that I saw last, and but it's Sunday too, so I think he's probably over at the hotel with Tammy and Hotel Tom, But
think he's one of those guys that wants to sit in a chair and watch.
Yes, I do. I think so. I was gonna do a video. I was thinking about different things to do, and I thought, they named this Iranian bombing mission. It was called Midnight Hammer, and one girl had said on YouTube, she says, "Doesn't that sound like a gay bar? Midnight Hammer." And I thought, that would be perfect for Timmy. He goes over to Midnight Hammer and then takes the guy out to send me over Park or whatever, and then they go over and see Tammy.
I think if Tim was offered enough money for a gay video, he would do it. I think he would. If you did him $1,000 to do it on RedTube, he'd do it. He would. I think he'd pitch before he catched, but I think he would do it.
He said, "Well, I got to wear a hood. I can't be identified."
Right.
I don't know.
Live from Bend Over Park,
So, Karl, what time is it over here? Is it 2 hours or 3 hours from me?
Shoot, I don't know. I'm at 5:24.
Yeah, I'm 5:24 too.
Oh, okay. All right. So you guys are 2 hours now.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you get into California, then you get 3.
Because we stay at the same time all the time.
Right.
We're not one of those ones who want to pretend that it's going to be lighter and all that stuff. So that's right.
Yeah.
Our son don't stay up till 9 o'clock. Only 8.
Gentlemen, I must be going. We got lasagna and my bout with whatever I had for a whole day on Saturday. My body needs to get back to bed because I was a pile of crap yesterday. So.
Wow, you were at the car show, right?
What?
You were at the car show, weren't you?
Yeah, on Friday, and it was hot. And I think I got heat stroke. I think.
Oh, it was outside?
It was. It's outside. It's the back to the 50s. Look it up. It's like 50,000 cars. So I did videos for this channel. Will come out later. One has got it's got a copyright strike from you. I mean, it doesn't cut my channel, so I can put music to it. So we will push it out. I don't make any money, but when it's blocked on certain things, like whatever country, they won't ship it out. So you'll see me talking, but you're not gonna hear anything. So way it goes.
In Arizona, in the fall, we had a car show. It's called the Wise Guys Car Show, and it's over there by Scottsdale.
Yep.
I don't know what to call it. But the other thing is, I was going to say, hey, it looked like Life from Vibe's video was taken down. Do you think she got a copyright strike?
Which one is she?
The Well, why? Why would she take it down? It was 2.5 hours long.
Jesus.
Why would she? She got everything else up, but why would she take it down? There's no reason to take it down.
Mighty Python.
There was some sort of doxing going on, not like pest.
That's always nice.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, start your engine. I'll talk to you both later, okay?
All right, I'll talk to you guys later. All right, bye.
Thanks for coming on the show. You be good. Ciao. There they go. I appreciate it very much. Too bad Casey Grits, but Sunday. I might do one Tuesday. We'll see it happen. But anyways, we appreciate everybody that comes to the shows. I really, really do. Like I said, military in the Air Force in harm's way. 1, and then 2, on the beaches, Air Force, Army, and the Marines, the Navy, the merchants, got close to the uniform. Thank you so much. Forgotten in Vietnam, Afghan, Joseph Storm, now Iran. God bless you. You have balls the size of them over trees. Men wearing blue, like a cop, call a crackhead. Safe sex into a thrill pill. If you don't like two men having sex, can't watch two women. That's a very Christian thing to be doing. Okay? Think of that when you're spilling your seed. Okay? Don't drink and drive. Would you shower in the shower at Penn State? I guess the Pope Appeal Entertainment Court is going to allegedly go after you. I doubt it very, very much. Anyways, you guys, from the outskirts, have a good week from Vietnam Radio. Bitch, please. And I mean, bitch, please. Out!